Hello, viewers of the Spell, and welcome to Warp Drive Explain. And if you're thinking, wasn't the last video put out Warp Drive Explain? That was Hyperdrive. I accidentally mislabeled the title. But it's fixed, and this is Warp Drive Explain. Or more specifically, alcubierre drive. Name here. And I'm sorry if I butchered it. I am having a surprising amount of difficulty actually repronouncing this word. But this is actually kind of interesting because Star Trek was not based on this scientific theory. Star Trek had this, and then the scientific theory came after, so there's that. So it's basically going to be one and the same. Now, the way it works is kind of interesting and high physics, which I completely don't understand. So, yeah. You can put in the drive name and find a bunch of other guys on YouTube doing, like, stuff on it, so that are much more knowledgeable of physics than me. But the gist of it is that it warps space-time. So it works kind of like this, a push and pull action, where the back expands and the front pulls. So yes, a very much push and pull effect. You could also probably think of it as like a worm traveling through the dirt. So yeah, there's going to be a bunch of pictures of it and the whole thing. Also, can someone explain to me why this looks like a football traveling through space-time? No, seriously, that is a football. But back to the alcubierre drive. I think I may have nailed that pronunciation. Star Trek kind of works this a little differently, but yeah. The alcubierre drive and their drive are basically similar. There won't be a big difference until we actually make one. Now, a little interesting thing that this whole thing kind of relies on a space-time bubble that previously we thought we'd need exotic matter, which I guess is not normal matter. Like Element Zero, which sounds weirdly like a supervillain name. Or other forms of matter. Or negative energy, I guess. Antimatter? I don't know. They never used that term when I was doing the research. But they actually, from what I've heard, and I'm just mentioning this because, no, as far as I can tell, no one's made a video on the alcubierre drive since a year ago. Or something like that. I couldn't find I think the most videos I put in, I wanted to know, who made a video of the alcubierre drive this month on YouTube, and, the first result was a 3-year-old video. Yeah. So, woohoo! I'm probably the only person to make an alcubierre drive explain in the last year. And probably the only one to make it the simplest. But from what I've heard, NASA scientists have actually accidentally created a space-time bubble. Yeah. Without using exotic matter or any of that. It was an accident, and I doubt the bubble was that big, but yeah, that was a pleasant surprise for them. Next they're gonna say the Stargate network's real, but yeah, that's essentially it. Sorry for not more detail. A lot of it's high physics that you can put a alcubierre drive in YouTube and you can find more detailed videos. But yeah, that's Warp Drive. Turns out Turns out Star Trek was the only one to actually use any form of alcubierre drive. I guess maybe it's because the alcubierre drives kind of takes inspiration from Star Trek, but still. Well, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you around the channel. And next week, we'll be doing things on networks, or more specifically, the Stargate Network and the Mass Effect Relay Network from Mass Effect. This is The Spell, signing off, and see you around the channel.